out. We got to evacuate. They come around on the loudspeakers, the police and everything, saying like, "Hey, everybody's got to leave." And then we were out until the next Thursday, almost a week. We were out. They said, "Oh, it's safe." But the only reason why they said that they let us come back was because they want the trains to run again. They weren't going to let them trains run again until they let us back in town.
The first time I've heard that. Yep. And they were running immediately, quick too.
They were running before we even got back into town.
Well, I just ran into my buddy Dave up here in Robinson. I just met him, and he lives in East Palestine. So we were just chatting a little bit, and I do think that this is worth speaking about, and I only have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So, Dave, you could just kind of recap just what's your situation, just what we just a little bit, whatever comes to mind.
Like they said, they start digging up the tracks and everything, and throwing all that contaminated soil up in the air with the trains coming by, blowing up back over town and everything. The smell is horrible.
And I have to try to get the pictures off of him that he has, first-hand pictures, because these look more apocalyptic than anything I've seen like on the news. I just think that it's a worse situation for a lot of people's water. That's not just in East Palestine, and I believe personally, I'm not speculating and saying anything crazy is going on, but I believe that this is going to affect a lot more people than is what is registered.
It's definitely going to affect a lot more people. It's going to affect thousands, if not millions of people.
That's my personal belief.
Because it's in the waterways and everything.
It's in the river.
I read somewhere, I don't know how true it is, but like 70% of the world's drinking water comes from the Ohio River.
Yeah, and they found butyl acrylic, and they found one of the chemicals in Steubenville, Ohio, which is on the other side of the bridge. And it was in the real mainstream news and everything. They detected it, so it's obvious that if one of them's there, we don't even know all the ones that were definitely.
And then there's tests for some of the stuff that they don't even have tests for.
You could jump in.
Like the dioxins, they don't even really have the test for that.
Right, and those are like the worst as it gets.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just crazy.
It's very scary. It's scary for the fact that you could tell that you're not being told everything, and that there's deceptiveness, and it's just obvious.
They offer to relocate people within that 1 mile while they're cleaning up.
That's not good.
Makes you say they're offering it, but makes you think it ain't safe still to be there. So that's why we offered it. Be like, we want to get back out.
They waited 2 weeks to deploy FEMA.
Yeah. And where's Biden, our president?
Good question.
He can go to Ukraine.
Tripping up some steps. I don't know. It's funny, but it's not at this point.
Yeah.